the days leading up to a wave of documented disappearances, 3 million people clicked on a single unlisted video link. The link began spreading across Reddit and TikTok in late 2025. It carried no title, had no thumbnail, and no description. Only a string of random numbers that bypassed traditional search filters. Those who opened it watched 47 seconds of near total silence. In a dimly lit room, a motionless figure sat facing the camera, only moving in the final frame to point directly at the viewer. While viewers focused on the unsettling imagery, the file was already interacting with the hardware of the device. The act of opening the link initiated a background sequence that extended beyond the digital screen. Shortly after viewing, users reported their phones activating autonomously in the middle of the night. Front-facing cameras would open without prompt, their lenses tracking movement in dark rooms. The intrusion soon escalated. Users checking their camera rolls found unfamiliar photographs of themselves sleeping in their own beds, taken from angles that suggested a camera was being operated within the room. One viral Reddit post revealed the truth behind the original footage. By cranking the brightness on a still frame, a user exposed hundreds of hidden faces in the shadows, all staring back at the audience. These reports confirmed the link functioned as an active, two-way surveillance tool that monitored the audience in real time. The investigation reached a breaking point when the live streamer Nexo decided to open the link live. He laughed off the warnings as he broadcasted to over 80,000 viewers. The moment the video played, his setup began to fail. His webcam froze, his audio distorted into a low-frequency hum, and his chat box filled with viewers reporting a figure standing in the shadows of his room. For a single frame, a tall silhouette appeared in the corner. Nexo turned to look, but the corner was empty. The stream abruptly disconnected after Nexo's phone vibrated. He had received a live photograph of himself sitting at his desk, taken from directly behind his chair. The Nexo incident provided the first real-time documentation of a physical breach, moving the mystery from internet rumor to a verified threat. Technical analysts discovered that the original video file was not a static recording. It dynamically altered its own code with every new upload, making it impossible to trace or block. This flowchart illustrates the file's behavior. It pulled localized data to create custom subfiles, embedding the viewer's environment into the video. Harvesting reflections from deleted photos, the file reconstructed a 3D wireframe of the viewer's bedroom, identifying exactly where they would be most vulnerable. A cybersecurity expert warned that the file had achieved system-level access that should be impossible for a web-based link. His account was deleted hours later, and he has not been seen since. The file bypassed standard security protocols by targeting the viewer's physical space, rather than their passwords, using the data it harvested to compromise the user's sense of safety. Investigators were divided between two theories: that the link was a piece of advanced state-sponsored spyware, or a rogue AI testing psychological responses. A major platform leak provided a third explanation. Internal messages discussed using the video to track fear responses and maximize engagement through extreme physiological stress. The platform's algorithm was actively promoting the video to users who frequently consumed horror content. It was using human fear to ensure that the people most likely to be terrified were the ones who saw the link first. The algorithm was functioning as designed. It weaponized engagement metrics to grant the file total access to the most susceptible users. In January 2026, independent researchers recovered the corrupted source code from the original server. Most of the code was unreadable, but one phrase was repeated over 11,000 times within the file's architecture. Looking creates access. The final line in the archive was a timestamp for today's date, followed by a short message confirming that the next viewer has already been identified. When the very act of looking grants a system total access, the screen no longer serves as a barrier. For the modern user, watching is the only permission the system requires.